Be careful of who you're friends with in college. Do you see me? I didn't want it to be true that when you come from an overprotective household, it means you go buck wild in college. But I went buck wild in college. And I went buck wild in college as much as a good Christian girl could. So my first week of college, I was going partying. The whole first week of college, I was going partying. I met a group of friends from my dorm. One of them knew my cousin. So I was like, okay, you know my cousin? Okay, then we're gonna be friends. All of us are gonna be friends. So it was me, my roommate, this girl Temi, and this guy. We're gonna call him Muhammad. We're gonna call him Muhammad. So we were all just having a good time, and I partied so much. Like the first 3 days of college, after a while, I went to my friend group and I was like, do we have to go again? I know this is the college experience, but this is tiring. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you guys are tired? You guys are tired? Anyway, so there was an African girl that I was friends with. I mentioned her name already. Her name was Temi. And Temi, she also came from a very religious household, okay? I don't know what would happen when she drank, but when she drank, she became a different person. So let me give you an example of how she became a different person when she drank. So one night, we all went out, and I went to a school in the Appalachian Mountains of Maryland, okay? I went to school around there, okay? So it was probably in the fall. So this girl, when we would all drink, we all pregame, and then like she would drink and then she would start running, like literally running, zipping, sliding like she's Sonic, like just running. And we're like, come back, come back, come back, girl. You can't be running. You can't be running. We're underage drinking. Like, you can't be running. You're going to get us in trouble. And we would have to chase her down and grab her every single time she drank, okay? So one day we had sequestered Temi, okay? But she was about to make a run for it again. So I was just trying to call her attention. And I was like, she looked like she was gonna run, but I called her name anyway. And I was like, Temi, Temi. Then she turns around. I call her name, Temi, Temi. She turns around and she's like, Temi's not here right now. Like that. After that whole night, I didn't say nothing to that girl. I didn't say nothing to her, okay? And let me... So the main story of today centers around Temi, okay? Be careful of who you're friends with in college, okay? So one day, me and my group of friends, we're doing what we do best. We're pre-gaming in the dorm. Everybody's having a good time. This is around the first week, by the way. Like, we were really going buck wild. Like, it was like Love Island, but not nasty like that. Okay, let me be quiet. But it was like Love Island in terms of how everyone got close so fast. So, so everybody's pre-gaming, and then one of my best guy friends, Muhammad, he didn't want to drink. Like, he didn't want to drink. This is like one of our first nights of college. So we're all asking him, why don't you want to drink? What's wrong with you? Trying to peer pressure him. And he's like, I just don't want to. I just don't want to drink. And we're like, okay, more for us. You don't want to drink. Fine. So everybody is drinking. And this, honestly, in my opinion, this was divine intervention, okay? This story was divine intervention. Everybody's drinking. We're pre-gaming, having a good time. Taking our shots, taking our shots, okay? And out of nowhere, well, nobody noticed this. So everybody's drinking, everything is normal. We're all laughing and cracking jokes. Temmie starts collecting utensils around the room. She starts collecting all the utensils she could find around the room. And I'm not thinking anything of it because I'm buzzed or drunk and I'm not paying attention to what she's doing, okay? Out of nowhere, all of a sudden, all I hear is, "No, what the F is wrong with you? Why would you do that?" That's what I hear, okay? So everybody is startled. We're like, what is happening right now? Why the heck is Muhammad screaming at Temmie? He's screaming at Temmie. And Temmie's just looking like this. Like that. Temmie's just looking like that, okay? And Temmie was a very awkward person, so she did very awkward things sometimes. But she was just looking like this. She was just looking like this, okay? When he's screaming at her, and we're like, what's happening? And then we realized that Temmie had collected all the metal utensils in the room, and she was about to put it in the microwave and blow us all up. And Muhammad, being the only one who was sober, saw what she was about to do and stopped her, okay? So be careful of who you're friends with in college. I would recommend the first week of college that you be very vigilant of the type of people around you. I would recommend the first week of college you don't drink, okay? You don't drink, or if you drink very little, and you just notice patterns, because people start really exposing themselves after a while. Like, we would all have been blown up if Muhammad had not decided to be sober that day. And Muhammad drinks, but this one day he was like, I don't want to drink. Why don't you want to drink? I don't know, just don't want to drink. Like, I really believe that was divine intervention. Had it not been for Muhammad, we would have all been blown up that day. It would have been a story on the headlines. I wouldn't be able to tell you this tale. Like and subscribe. Thank you.